What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So we have another trailer review to do, and here we have Saint Clare trailer. Bella Thorne has visions from the beyond in religious mystery thriller. Now I will say, as you all know, religious horror is my favorite subgenre by far. So far, the only thing that's coming close to taking over that title and that place and first is folklore horror or folk horror, whichever you call it. That's the only subgenre category that is even remotely close into taking over first place as far as my favorites for subgenres within the horror space. I don't know what it is about religious horror, just my favorite. I know when it comes to like exorcism films, it seems to be that one of the biggest aspects of religious horror, and I can say, and I'll say the same thing, and I won't make a case for it. I won't argue for it. A lot of exorcism or films are very, very, very much the same, very similar. The foundations are the same. Someone is possessed, they have to be brought to a priest, exorcised, and then, sometimes it feels like it's the same story. And you've heard me say rinse and repeat, so on and so forth. But I don't know, when it comes to religious horror films, there's just something about them I just gravitate towards. I don't know why. So when I saw this religious mystery thriller, I haven't really, this might be a little bit of a different take on religious horror, maybe a new aspect where possession may not be involved. So we're gonna find out. I have not heard of this film. Like many of the recent trailer reviews we've been doing, a lot of them have been new to me. I have not heard of these films. I have no context of them. So as we're reading the articles, getting the synopsises, watching the trailers, I'm finding out the information. If it's new for you, it's very much new for me as well. So let's dive into, like we always do, let's dive into the article details, then we'll jump over to the trailer, see what this one's going to be about. Now, I did check at least the timestamp on the trailer to see how long it is. It is only a minute and a half, which you've heard me say before. I view trailers to be more, full official trailers, be more like that 2-minute mark minimum to almost maybe 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Anything less than that, it feels more like a teaser. So this one's a minute and a half. We'll see how much they're going to be showing us, but let's get into the article details first. Let's go down. Bella Thorne, the babysitter, is the result of the fallen world in Saint Clare. The religious mystery thriller will be released in select theaters and on digital July 18th via Quiver distribution. That seems to be like the norm now. Select theaters and on digital same day. I think the last, I want to say 4 to 5 trailer reviews we've done, that's been the motto. That's been the format. We're going to select theaters and releasing digital the same day, or we're going to select theaters and then 3-4 days later we're going to digital video on demand. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the new trend, the new thing when it's not a big blockbuster summer type movie or big blockbuster holiday type movie, that this is going to be the new route, especially within the horror space, if it's mid-budget, mid-level, or independent funded. So I wonder if that's going to be more of what we're going to see. All right, so in a small town, a solitary woman is haunted by voices that lead her to assassinate ill-intended people and get away with it, until her last kill sucks her down a rabbit hole riddled with corruption, trafficking, and visions from the beyond. We have more casting here. The director, based on the 2021 novel Claire at 16. All right, that's a very much different name than what the name of the film is. More casting. That's it. That's the whole. Is that the whole article? That is the whole article. So we have the trailer, which we're gonna watch. We have the poster, which I love the poster. We have the cross right here and blue in the eye. I love that look. Get rid of the name up there. That yellow name just sticks out. And then get rid of all this down here. Literally get rid of all this and put just Saint Clare right here. Everything else, get rid of. But otherwise, I do like the poster. I'm not sure how the synopsis, though. That's a very small synopsis. Doesn't really lead me into the religious mystery thriller. So maybe the trailer, again, only being a minute and a half, will give us a little bit more insights into how this is a religious mystery thriller, because that synopsis would not have told me that. I wouldn't have, if you only gave me the synopsis, I would not have said, oh, religious mystery thriller. I would have said something completely different. So Anyways, we're back at the top of the article. Let's now pull up this trailer and see what this one's going to be about.
Everything I have said and done, I was born to do this. Everything I have said and done has been in the hands of God. Everything I have said and done has been in the hands of God. Everything I have said and done has been in the hands of God. I was born to do this. I am not afraid. Is it my burden to carry? My gift? My curse? Why have you made me this way? The blood. It won't come off.
All right, Miss Bleeker, I don't wish to take too much of your time, but can you walk us through your day yesterday?
What is it you do when you sneak out at night?
Everything I have said and done has been in the hands of God. Everything I have said and done has been in the hands of God. I was born to do this. I am not afraid. I am the result of a fallen world.
So I'm a little confused. I see the religious aspect. I see why they're calling this a religious film. It almost, if any of you have seen the Boondock Saints, it's not a horror film, but it feels like that. Like you have somebody here, something tragic happened in their childhood. We saw that her as a child briefly. It appears those might have been her parents that she could have killed, might have killed, and it seems like she feels, or she's hearing voice. Something's happening to her where it almost appears like she thinks she's doing the work of God, and because there was the older lady said, what do you do when you go out at night or whatever. I'm wondering when she goes out, she's tracking down people who she believes that she should be retiring, I'll put it that way, so to speak, because she feels like she's doing the work of God. Like she is the hand of God and out there to do his work by retiring people in the middle of the night. Because we saw various aspects of her stabbing. We saw, various situations that she was in where she's like, she was the one doing the attacking, not necessarily the one being attacked and just defending herself. And then we saw she's doing the talk over that, she's obviously, born to do this, prepared to do this, right? So I am intrigued. And I'm intrigued for the simple fact that it is a different type of religious mystery thriller horror film. So I'm going to give it the chance on that aspect, just because, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, and which I know religious horror films typically fall within some aspect of an exorcist type situation. So I do see this as a new idea, a fresh take, a different idea when we think about religious horror, religious mystery thrillers. So I'm going to give it an opportunity. I did like some of the shots there where it almost had like that gritty 16 millimeter film look. I don't think that's how it was filmed, but it just had that grittiness look to it, especially in some of the night scenes. So I did enjoy that. I think there's a lot more mystery wrapped up in that minute 34 seconds than I would have expected. So this trailer definitely doesn't give you a whole lot to grasp onto as to what's really happening in this film, what's driving her to do what she's doing. Obviously, I think that will come and play out more when we see the full context of the film. So I will add this one to my list. I'm definitely going to want to see this again because I love religious horror films, but also this one, again, has that it's trying something different, trying something new within that subgenre. So I'm all for it. So adding it to my list. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Again, it's tagged as a religious mystery thriller, and it's called Saint Clare, starring Bella Thorne. And this one's coming out again July 18th to select theaters and digital. So we have just a little over a month away before this one. So I will probably Oh, I mean, when it comes to films like this, I typically will do a blind buy. You know, if it's at the right price. I mean, if it's like 10 to $12, it's a blind buy. I'll buy it, and it is what it is. So this comes out on the 18th on a Friday. What we'll do is we'll probably put up a spoiler review by the end of July. That gives it about a week and a half, almost 2 full weeks for the film to be out there in case anyone else wants to see this and not be spoiled. I'll give it that full 2 weeks before we do a spoiler review, but I will be checking this one out for sure. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Saint Clare starring Bella Thorne, due out July 18th. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.